Hello, in this video we will discuss about the nervous coordination and chemical coordination, and we will also understand their comparison and their similarity and dissimilarities. So first of all we will look at the nervous coordination. So the nervous coordination through a neurotransmitter as a chemical which that stimulate the another nerves or another cells, for example the muscle with a neuromuscular junction. So in this way, the sensory nerves basically go through a Schwann cells is known as the saltatory conduction to another nerve impulse for another nerve cell. So in this way, the synapse will be occur. This is the neural gap through a dendrites with the axon to the soma, dendrite to the soma or nerve end. So you can see. And in this way, the excite the next neuron. In this way, the saltatory conduction will be presynaptic nerve, for example, which stimulate the neurotransmitter cell signaling molecules with the neuromuscular junction if we will talk about the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. So in this way the depolarization will be occur in the cell which that is used for the muscle contraction or hormone release is known as the neuroendocrine system. But in this way we will not understand about the neuroendocrine system, but we will discuss in the chemical coordination. So the neurotransmitter cell signaling molecule or chemical messenger. This is the chemical messenger which that is stimulate and give the response. So for example, the stimulation and response is here, for example, the muscle contraction through a motor neuron from sensory neurons. So in this way here is you can see the different stimulus which that is stimulate the pain, a light through our eyes, chemical through our taste or salt through our taste, and pain through our touch or severe touch, and vibration through a tuning fork you can understand here. So the neuron is a sensory, associative and motor unit of central nervous system. A neuroglial cell also present which that is give the nourishment and support to the nervous system throughout. So this is immediate effect or show response to a stimulus instantly, and speed of impulse in most cases is 100 meters per second to 100 to 20 meter per second. So it is too much quick due to the saltatory conduction, because the axon with the myelination is give the saltatory conduction. On this way here is a short-lived neurotransmitter which can dissociate, for example the acetylcholine which that is converted into the acetyl and choline. So that is the acetyl enzyme used for it. So let's begin to understand the chemical coordination. So the chemical coordination is basically the chemical used for the coordination to another cell. This is the prolonged, and in this way here is you can see that is the hormone producing cell and neurosecretory cells such as those found in hypothalamus to stimulate the pituitary glands. For example, the neurosecretory cell and somatostatin releasing hormone which that is release the somatostatin growth hormone. So let's begin to the type of the chemical coordination. That is first is the autocrine hormones. This autocrine hormone mean itself mean the cell will be signaled to the with the bind with as a ligand to the receptor of the plasma membrane which that is give the proliferation of the differentiation of different cells. For example, the monocyte convert into the macrophage or stellate cell in the liver, hepatocyte in the liver, basically in the sinusoid. So on the other hand, here is you can see that here is the two cell which that is talk to each other, and in this way it is known as the paracrine immune cell activation also, due to the T cell regulation as well as the B cell activation. So in this way you can see and understand that is cell will talk to each other for activation with the antigen receptor or something we will discuss in another video. So here is another is the exocrine secretion of the chemical. This chemical coordination basically is not true coordination, but you can understand as well. That is the sweating. Sweating is through exocrine. But exocrine we will also understand the best example with the pancreas. So on the other hand, here you can see that is a stimulus, for example, the neuroendocrine system. In this way, the primary stimulus can be something which that is stimulate the nerves in the hypothalamus, for example, and it will be stimulate the effector cell. This effector cell will produce the hormone, go into either into the blood circulatory system or bind with another cell, but it is go into the blood circulatory system to the effector cell and give the response. For example, here we will discuss in this manner. Example is the antidiuretic hormone produced posterior pituitary, antidiuretic hormone stimulating factor to produce into the blood for reabsorption of water in the kidney, in the nephron. So you can see that. On the other hand, here it is also known as the neuroendocrine system. So let's begin to understand the hormone producing cells and neurosecretory cells such as those found in hypothalamus to stimulate pituitary glands. So on the other hand, we will best example about the pancreas. Pancreas contain two types of activity for the chemical coordination. For example, the exocrine and endocrine. So the exocrine mean the hormone release into the stomach, into the basically not stomach, into the duodenum. Why? Because it is the exocrine, it is secrete like a sweating, so it is basically secrete into the digestive tract. When secrete into the digestive tract, it is used as an enzyme. For example, exocrine hormone. Exocrine hormone or enzyme is lipase, pancreatic lipase and chymotrypsin, because this is the pancreas and this is the duodenum. And I am not mentioning in this video, but you can understand as well. So the amylase and carboxypeptidase and enteropeptidase for using the digestion of the protein, fatty acid, fats converted into the fatty acid, and chymotrypsin basically is used for the protein digestion and carbohydrate digestion further. And in this way the chyme will be further digest through a bolus convert into the chyme and digest in the form of small particles. In this way, on the other hand, this is known as the exocrine hormone. While if we will discuss about the insulin and glucagon, this is the endocrine. Why? Because it is go into the blood circulatory system. For glucagon, if we will discuss, it will be increase the sugar level, while the insulin will decrease the glucose level into the blood circulatory system for absorption into the muscle and tissue. So the similarity can be both hormone producing cell and both synthesize chemical messenger, both coordination of the body basically and specific stimuli for it, light, chemical, salt, pain, vibration, and the blood circulatory system homeostasis. So I hope you make sense about the chemical coordination and